Hi, 안녕하세요. Batishwa Denides, and welcome to my channel. Well, it's not an actual channel, I guess, for this is the first ever video I've ever tried to make. I'm bored and I have no one who would listen to me ramble about this more than 5 minutes, so I thought, why not just put it online for it to stay there forever? Well, I love listening people talk on and about random topics on YouTube, and recently I've been listening to everyone talking about K-pop, so I'm guessing I myself would listen or watch this video in the worst case scenario. Anyways, let me get to the topic of this video, but first I want to apologize beforehand if I mispronounce any names and words. I don't speak Korean and I actually didn't do any kind of actual research for this video, but I'll try to be as accurate as possible. So we all know the Kim Garam scandal. To just go over it, HYBE and Source Music debuted Les Sserafim in April of 2022. And if I recall correctly, there were already rumors on a scandal involving Kim Garam on the day of the member poster's release. Right after their debut, Kim Garam's bullying scandal boomed and she was forced into a hiatus in May, finally leading her getting kicked out of Les Sserafim and also the company in July of this year. Well, at first it seemed like HYBE fought to protect Kim Garam as much as possible, gathering more and more backlash and attention to themselves, Kim Garam and Les Sserafim. They made irresponsible decisions and public announcements that seemed in good intentions. From April to July, all people ever talked about was Kim Garam, Les Sserafim, and HYBE Entertainment, or HYBE labels. I don't really know. And now it seems quite intentional that they forced this scandal on the media. Every few weeks there were some developments or news that added nothing new to the topic, but yet still filled the social media with the names of Les Sserafim members. There once even was a rumor about Kim Garam being the daughter of such a powerful man that HYBE had no choice but to keep her in the group. Well, the only other thing I heard people talk about except Les Sserafim and Kim Garam scandal was the HYBE girl group curse. Interesting. If you remember, HYBE debuted their first ever girl group, Glam, in the 2010s, which went down with quite the disaster, and HYBE never even attempted to train a girl group ever since. Until Les Sserafim, of course. Les Sserafim was the first girl group HYBE debuted since Glam. Even though it's technically a team up with Source Music, but they are all under HYBE, so what's the difference? I don't even know. And Les Sserafim also started their career with a scandal. HYBE forced Kim Garam under the spotlight before, during, and after the debut, giving her the most spotlight in the MV and the songs, even though there were two legendary members from the legendary girl group IZ*ONE, Sakura and Jaewon. Even taking the risk of overshadowing Eunche, leaving her to struggle to be noticed in this cast of superstars. I'm impressed Yoonjin and Kazuha could stick themselves out from the crowd. Anyways, I think I'll talk about the group itself a little later. So as I was saying, from April to July, Les Sserafim was all the people talked about, until HYBE debuted another girl group out of the blue. NewJeans made their legendary debut on 22nd of July, just 2 days after Kim Garam's official departure from HYBE labels, and they didn't even need any teasers or trailers or any actual announcements. They just released a music video and another and a few more, and finally a mini album that had no skips and is one of the best debut albums of all time. Adore, Entertainment, and HYBE got together, and when everyone was in the dilemma of sporting or not sporting Les Sserafim and wondering if they will be able to survive, debuted NewJeans without a word. They had an amazing debut, the songs were perfect, the way they released everything over time, including names of the members, gathering hype around the group, and it was not all for nothing. It was amazing. NewJeans is amazing, it's perfect. The girls are super talented, their songs are just timeless hits. The way they had 3 title tracks and used their concept while releasing MVs and performing was everything we yearned for. NewJeans really is the fresh air K-pop needed. They took the Y2K Gen Z concept all the big girl groups are trying and failing so hard to sell, and turned it into this unique and sincere thing they have. They're unique, it doesn't feel forced. Every detail fits them so well, and they're full of presence in every aspect. There's something I can't quite grasp that sets them even further apart than all the other girl groups out there. I love them so much, definitely. They also had their fair share of controversy, but it wasn't directed towards the group or the members, so in my opinion it didn't actually affect the group's image that much, so I'm not gonna get into that. Anyways, so HYBE in just a few months debuted Sserafim, presented Kim Garam as the super weapon just to kick her out weeks before the claims exposed as false, gathered all the attention to themselves and debuted NewJeans while people were already keeping a close watch, therefore had 2 girl groups that they had everyone talked about. Love it for them. And yes, you may not have heard, but just right after Kim Garam got kicked out of Sserafim, it was confirmed that the allegations were false and she was just protecting her friend. But most people skipped out on that since NewJeans was what everyone talked about everywhere. And now in the same year, HYBE released the second mini album and first comeback of Sserafim without Kim Garam, and it is, to be honest, perfect. The intro, title track, the visuals, the comeback show itself, everything is legendary. This comeback is just flawless. ANTIFRAGILE just gets you hypnotized. I may have only listened to the album since it came out. I cannot tell you how much I love it, honestly. The lion part, whoever's came out with that is a genius. I'm just hoping they get better and better every comeback. The dance, the music, the vocals, it's all so fresh, it makes you wanna dance. And I especially love Impurities. It's a hip-hop lullaby. But what got me making this whole monologue is the way they promoted Eunchae this comeback. It looked like they intentionally introduced her to us this comeback since we couldn't see her behind Kim Garam the last time. So it made me think that the whole Kim Garam situation was just planned. They even shot the documentary in a way that they can easily cut out Kim Garam. They put all the attention in Fearless, even though there were no reason to do that, but there was. They knew that they were gonna kick her out to gather all the people around. Now they're focusing on Eunchae to just get the cast fixed to the 5 girls, getting everyone familiar with all of them. The girls are amazing, the songs are as well. ANTIFRAGILE is just the bop, nothing to say. Well done, really. I love every member so much. They're all superstars, but I can't help to feel so bad for Kim Garam. I thought about her, especially when watching the Good Parts comeback show video performance. I would feel so betrayed, I guess. And I think it's quite inhumane for them not to let the girls comment on the situation. It feels like all the people in this industry are just products. Anyways, I got distracted. I'm sorry, so I'm ending my video essay here. Thank you if you held on this far. I don't know if I'll ever see you again. I can maybe make like short, a few minute videos, you know. Anyways, I hope you are alright and have a great rest of your day. If you have any further opinions or if there is any misinformation in this video, which I probably think there are, you can comment, we can have a chat there, and bye.